All right, live at the Michigan Paracon, Reverend Tim Shaw, one of my good friends. All right, Tim, now I just wanted one of your best, weirdest paranormal experiences. What have you got for me?
You know what? Recently I was invited to go and investigate the USS Edson, which is moored in Bay City, Michigan. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, Dave. I'm like one of these people that's getting really jaded by this stuff. So I went and I thought, well, nothing's really going to happen. Maybe we'll get a couple EVPs or whatever. So after doing some investigations, we're kind of like resting in this large deck. Probably we're just one level below deck, and I'm sitting there, and everybody's sitting around, and we're all kind of relaxing and just kind of chewing the fat. And the next thing I know, something is just like, I felt like something was looking at me. You get that creepy feeling. It's like that little old lady in the library that's kind of just peeking over the book at you. That's the way I felt. I turned, and through this hatchway, I see a dark, like what looked like a body, and black in the back. But the white, it was the face. It was like a face. It was white. It was like pixelated, but it was white. But what kind of piqued my interest was that it moved slowly and like it was on rollers, and then went down the hatch. Well, I'm going to be honest with you, Dave. You know me. If I was there by myself, I would have ran in the opposite direction. But you know what? I had people there, so I had to be cool. I ran towards it. And before we go on, people out there, old fat bald men, such as myself, should not run after anything in the dark. We had red light on, but I saw this. So as I ran, everybody's like, "What's wrong? Is he sick?" Whatever. People could not believe that I could actually move that quick. Ran through the hatch, leapt through by the knee knocker, got inside there, landed on the wrong foot, bounced off one wall, bounced off the other wall, just in time to see whatever this was turn and go down this other hallway. So I just ran around that hallway, and I go into this cruise berth. So I had a flashlight. Hey, who's in there? Come on, because I'm thinking to myself, oh, let's play a trick on Tim. Is what I'm thinking. So I'm looking around. There's nothing in there. There's nobody in there. So I come back, and I said, "Did you guys see this?" And of course, nobody sees it because they're all looking down. Everybody. The first thing that paranormal investigators have to stop doing is looking at meters. They start looking up. And I went. And I have to tell you, it was like a peak experience. So I'm describing him, and I'm talking to him about this whole experience. And one of the volunteers says, "Hey, Tim, we see stuff like that here all the time." I said, "Really?" There was a caretaker when the Edson was moored in New York City by the name of Paul, and he loved the ship, and he ended up dying aboard the ship. He passed from his life doing something that he loved. The room that I ran into was Paul's, where he died. That was where he died. And I was just like, holy cow. I thought at first they were pulling my leg, but I had asked more volunteers, non-paranormal volunteers, and they all collaborated the story. So you know what? It just goes to show, just got to be a little bit more observant out there, I guess, like I was. Some luck, and guess what? You might get it. So that's my most recent kind of crazy ass story, Dave.
Thank you, Tim.
Love you, Dave. Love you.